Hello, and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan. My pronouns are he, him. And today I am joined by...
Hey there, guys. My name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Riki, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi, everybody. My name's Christina. I will be playing Ellion. My pronouns are she, her, and Ellion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi everyone, my name's Cody, pronouns are he, they, and I play Amalar Divine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and I play Riki Fairus. My pronouns are she, her, as well as Fairus's. She is a wood-aspected dragon-blooded who has a familiar named Zeke, who is a ferret, and she's kind of a performer, petty theft.
And this is Exalted, like a dragon-blooded. On this episode, Ellion fights a mountain. Divine is proud of his work, and Riki and Fairus are very, very punk. Also, I wanted to go over some things before we get into game. First thing is, you'll notice that we've decided to actually, for the first act, talk in very specific amounts in yen, the guild script. This is a narrative choice on my part, as money is a key factor in the first act's quest of buying the office for the Goe Satara family. Normally, this is resolved with a simple use of resources, and potentially overstressing that background may cause backlashes for a player who flaunts their money too much. I just wanted to go over that, as in most games, normally you're not going to hear people talk about very specific dollar amounts with bets or stealing money and what have you. You'll just kind of yada yada it, as is the system's nature. Besides that, I wanted to mention, we're splicing in the end of session 3 with the beginning of session 4 together. It's pretty obvious where one stops and the other begins, but I wanted to put that up front as I did my best to smooth over any weird technical differences that might arise as far as sound quality goes. With that out of the way, there's some good outtakes at the end of this. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And then they start playing. And they're actually good, to everyone's surprise.
Perfect.
So, Britt, what would you like to do while they are giving you a good cover for whatever that you and Zeke want to do?
Well, I have 2 different charms that would work really well in this instant. I have audience enthusing display and invisible street performer technique. But I think since they're already playing, and I'm sure other people are probably dancing, I might just go ahead and use invisible street performer technique to start the dancing and stuff, and I'll have obviously Zeke helping me out because he's got to be sneaky as well. And while I'm doing it, try to pickpocket people. It's the invisible street performer technique. The dragon blood vanishes into her performance, receding from her audience's notice. She rolls manipulation plus performance. As long as she continues to perform, characters who resolve as beaten by her roll cannot directly notice her. While they see or hear her artistic display, they pay no mind to the person performing it.
So then, you're going to be rolling manipulation plus performance to see how well that you did. Do you want to add anything onto that? Any excellencies, or do you want to stunt it in any way to give yourself some extra dice?
I can add in the excellency, because I have audience enthusing display, which is an excellency for performance. She may add automatic successes to a performance roll for 2 motes each and ignores the penalty for targeting multiple characters with a social influence roll. Yeah, so the way that we would be doing this, she's gonna make her way up towards a spot close to the stage, obviously, if the band's really good, she's not going to force herself to be in front of everybody. She will start making really big gestures and twirls and stuff like that, and she'll use Zeke to kind of do balancing acts along her arms and flips and stuff like that, weaving in between the crowd. Maybe he'll climb up someone, jump off their shoulder and do a front flip, stuff like that.
Okay, sounds good. I'll give you 2 extra dice and an automatic success for that.
I'm gonna spend 4 of my peripheral for the audience enthusing display, 2 automatic successes, and then I'll use the other 2 motes of my personal for the invisible street performer technique. And then I add 3 successes on that, so 6 successes.
All right. That beats, I want to say, actually everyone's resolve in this area. So, you are now invisible and dancing around. What actions would you like to flurry while that you dance? I assume that you're pickpocketing people.
Yes, and I have a specialization in larceny pickpocketing.
Excellent. And were there any charms you wanted to use for that?
I'm going to spend 1 mote to use Nimble Thief's Fingers. She rerolls 6s until they cease to appear on a roll to steal an object, pick a lock, poison a meal, cheat at cards, or any other use of larceny that involves manual dexterity or sleight of hand. And I'm using 1 personal, so I'm still not flaring.
Okay. If that's all, then you can go ahead and roll it, unless, of course, you want to stunt anything.
I don't know if it counts as stunting, but I basically, because I'm going to be doing it with my performance to stay invisible, I'm going to use my motions in the dance to, if I, bend backwards with my hand, kind of to reach into, a purse or something, or bump into someone for one of the dance moves that kind of knocks something on the floor. And this whole time, I want Zeke to also be doing his job at, pickpocketing as well.
2 extra dice and an automatic success for that. The other thing is that since you do have to flurry this action with your performance, that means that you are at a -3 for the roll, because it's basically you're performing, but you're also doing larceny.
So that's 4 successes, and then a -3 would make it 1.
Which is still a success, but it's not a great success. But you did also do this without being completely noticed at all. There was no chance of them seeing you, because you are literally invisible.
Now, do I have to roll anything for Zeke, or is that what, do you handle that one?
I will handle that one. Okay, so he got 8 on his performance roll, and then for his larceny.
Obviously, Zeke is the moneymaker here.
All right, so Zeke got 12 total successes because he's a ridiculous ferret thief.
It's even better because he knows the value of money and hoards.
Once the whole performance finishes up, everybody's pockets are just a little bit lighter. Some people more than others. Between the both of you have acquired the equivalent of resources 1.
Nice.
Excellent.
Do you guys stick around here, or are you guys heading off for the end show?
I mean, we might as well listen to the show, right?
So as they finish up and everything, their manager comes out and just all right then. It looks like now it's time for the Realm Breakers to give their first ever Q&A. It's time for people from the audience to ask them questions.
No, we should go.
You know you want to, guys.
So you guys are going to head on out before this gets embarrassing.
It's up to you. What do you think?
I chose to watch the play. You get to make this decision now.
Okay, we'll stay around for a minute, but on the outskirts.
That's fine. I have a chameleon skin, so I can kind of blend in a little bit better.
Okay, so as you guys kind of slip on towards the outskirts, you can hear Pompadour Man, Pelops Kaisaku, take the stage, and they look nervous. And then they kind of see the mohawk of Riki off in the distance and are inspired. And they look towards the crowd and go, "All right, jerks, what are your questions?"
Yes.
And they start asking questions, and it goes fairly well. Do you guys want to add in any questions to yell at them, or are we just going to hand wave this as they did pretty good?
Britt, how bad do I want to make this? Because I have an idea. Just give me a yes or no whether I should do the thing.
I like to party.
Oh no. Alright. Hey Brendan.
Yeah.
I would like to cause a scene. I would like to climb up on the stage and make claims that I don't know, one of the band members messed around with my sister is always so contrived and overused.
He punched you.
He punched my horse.
Yeah, you were mean to my horse, guy. I'm gonna cause a scene and be belligerent and try to start fighting the main dude, but I'm gonna wink at him and make it clear that I'm trying to amp him up, and we're gonna have a play fight that I'm going to let him win. You know, some more method acting, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I'm super down for this. Roll me some dex and performance.
Fuck, I don't have any performance, but we're doing it live. My dex
okay. Okay, here we're gonna make this a little bit fun. So you roll up on there, and you get past security because of course you do.
What are they gonna do? Stop me?
Kaizoku looks to you and just goes, just very quietly away from the microphone. Sir, what are you doing?
Just roll with it. It'll work great, kid. Promise. I'm feeling nice today. Get back to the community and all.
Oh, who the fuck let this guy up here?
Hey, fuck you, buddy. You smacked my horse the other day. I saw you do it. I'm gonna start flailing around fighting him.
Oh, your horse? I thought that was your sister.
Hey, your sister is an actual horse. Go fuck yourself.
The drummer gets up. No one talks about my horse that way.
Oh shit! You know what that means, right, buddy? It means your drummer rides your sister.
How dare you! And then you guys are going to basically start fighting each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna anyone who's actually good at combat should probably have an idea that I'm not fighting genuinely, but the bystander thinks that he beats my ass.
Okay, I love it. I love this scene. I'm going to say that is a 3 dot to me. So that is two extra die. 2 successes, and also if you were missing it, you regain a point of willpower.
Oh, I haven't used any charms all game. But yeah, let me see here.
I mean, you didn't regain any essence or anything from the last time we played.
That's true. Dexterity plus 2 dice. So 6 dice with 2 automatic successes. 4 successes. Oh, wow.
This guy helps you sell it.
Yeah. At one point we do a stage suplex where he suplex me, but it's all stage work and I don't actually hurt myself.
You do a stage suplex, and then the drummer, kind of figuring out what's going on, does a stage clothesline where that he throws you onto your horse, and your horse gallops away with you and Fairus on it.
I love it.
And you guys
the only reason I'm doing this is because I just literally robbed them blind.
Right?
Beautiful escape.
They'll all realize a little bit later, but for now, they're very happy. And the Realm Breakers are a little bit more popular with the anti-Realm establishment in Chiaroscuro.
Oh, this is perfect.
Lucille is galloping along the way towards the old city gates. And we're going to swing over back to Ellion.
That was hilarious.
That was perfect.
Anyway, we come back to Ellion, who is looking at a very tall, ashen-skinned man who is smiling and looking down at this fire dragon doll.
How far away from them am I?
Well, I would say that you're probably about 50 feet, but let's say that's about medium range.
Cool. I'm just gonna be like, excuse me, that's, that doll. I need that. That belongs to a child that it was stolen from. May I please have it back?
This doll? No, this is a Cassieth doll. You're not going to get this. I need it for my son.
Well, there is a small child who had it stolen. Then that child had it stolen from them by a group of thugs. So you would be stealing it again and making sure that a small child, probably about your son's age, is losing a doll that they saved all their money that their father was able to give them to acquire that doll.
No. I get this doll. I take the doll fair and square. You cannot have it. And he assumes a fighting stance.
Being a martial artist, do I recognize the stance by any chance?
Yes and no. It is a fighting stance from a known martial arts school, but it is not one that is using any kind of perfected essence. Which is to say, this guy knows martial arts, but he can't use any charms.
Got it. Ellion's just going to stand with their hands behind their back. Alright, well, if you feel the need for violence over this, feel free. But I would prefer to resolve this other way.
Might makes the right. And I would like you to roll join battle.
So I rolled 4 successes plus the 3 auto, so 7.
All right. He rolled a 2, so he starts at an initiative of 5, and you start at an initiative of 7. You both are currently at medium range from each other.
All Ellion's going to do is just move towards them. Not assuming any stance, not even looking like I'm going to strike them. Just move towards them.
Okay, so your action is to move from medium to short range?
Correct.
While you're doing that, as they assume a air quotes form, can you give me an intelligence and martial arts roll? You've seen a form like this before. It's something that is taught around the area, but is rare to see outside of the arena, outside of arenas and other places where the gladiatorial sports are the key thing, are a big deal. This guy looks like that he is if he could use essence, if he could use the charms for the martial art, this guy is a Kaiser champion.
I knew you were going to say Kaiser champion. All right, fuck it, bring it. This is going to be fun.
So he is going to flurry a movement roll to close the distance from short to close and then attack you.
Okay, cool. Give me 1 second to look at all my dodge charms.
Let me know what you're going to do and then I'll roll.
It looks like they're just doing, I assume, a withering, correct?
To describe it, they are coming in for a big, haymaker punch at you.
No, I'm just gonna let him attack then.
He comes in for a haymaker and you weave out of the way.
So essentially, he's gonna go in, miss. Ellion's gonna shuffle to the side, pull their hand out from behind their back, and basically give them a wave motion fist right to the chest.
I will definitely give you two dice for that.
5?
5 hits with a threshold of 1.
Okay, so their stuff is not that bad. Oh, I forgot some dice with that.
Oh, did you?
I forgot any accuracy. And since it's close range, it'd be an extra 4 dice.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
So 9 successes total for the first hit.
Okay, so then that is a threshold of 5.
So 5 plus 7 plus my strength, which is 2.
Which would be 14, and then he has a soak of 5. Which would be, so that'd be minus 5 from that. So that'd be 7? 9. Okay, so then you roll 9 damage.
4 successes.
Okay, so you hit him, and then you take him down by 4. So he should be down to 1 initiative. And then you go up by 5. And then I believe that makes it his turn now. Seeing this happen, he is very impressed. Is going to go in for a hard strike directly to your solar plexus. with 8 successes. What is your dodge normally?
My dodge stat itself is a 5.
So what is your soak?
3.
Okay. I'm sorry, they're rolling 5 damage. So they're going to counter with a hit to the solar plexus. They're going to up their initiative to a 4 and lower you down to a 10. Real quick, Cody, where are the kids at? Are they still with you around all of the venomous creatures?
Yeah. Like, unless they decide to run away, because Christina kind of just, like, pushed them off into a side alley of, like, we're going to handle business. Don't look.
Okay. Make me a perception and awareness roll, please. And then we're getting back to combat.
Is this visual, or am I listening to something? Because I've got a charm if I'm listening.
Let's go with it. Let's go with listening. You're still kind of like watching the chaos of chasing the teenagers off with venomous animals.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use my deep listening palm technique and spend 5 motes, and it allows me to listen through surfaces such as wood and stone as if they were not there.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay, so everything that is happening on the other side of the wall, you can hear as if that wall did not exist. Which is to say, the fight that is happening.
Yeah. So, and is Homeboy holding onto the doll, or?
Yes, but you can't see that.
Right. I guess I'm going to walk up to the top of the wall and watch the battle pursue. Watching for an opening, and then, if the chance arises, rolling stealth to slip in, snatch the doll, and slip out.
Okay. Christina, top of the initiative for you. What are you going to do?
Cool. I'm going to spend 5 motes out of my personal because I don't feel like flaring right now. And I'm going to activate Spiral Essence Waves. It's a reflexive thing. Essentially, it grants me currently 1 additional soak, and that increases by +1 per turn to a maximum of my intelligence, which is 5.
Holy shit.
And I believe I can still attack, yes? Since it's reflexive?
Yeah.
Ellion's going to take the blow to the chest and kind of steady their foot back, and not assume their form, but kind of have their hands at the ready. There is a slight golden aura that shimmers around them, and they seem to, like, steady themselves a little bit more. And I'm still at close range, correct?
Correct.
Cool. They're gonna go in and go for that essence, go for a straight gut shot on them.
Okay. I'll give you an extra 2 dice for that.
Also, I have to ask, they're not Lintha, right?
They are not Lintha.
Okay. I had to make sure, because I still have that specialization for Lintha. 5 successes.
You beat their defense by 1.
Cool. Okay. 2. So 10.
And then they have a soak of 5. So you are rolling 5 dice. Wow. Hot damn.
That makes it so much better. So, Ellion does the gut shot, rears back, and you see the orb appear around their head, and they assume their martial arts stance. Blazing Lotus style. Because I had to hit a 5 on a withering attack.
Okay. That crashes them, I believe. That brings them down to a -1.
And brings me up to a 15, I believe, correct?
Wouldn't it bring you up to a 16? Because you get the plus... you got 5, right?
Yes, and then do I get another one for crashing them?
Oh, no, you actually... give me just 1 second, because I need to actually look up the rules for crashing. It's, like, actually a big thing.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since we've done that to anybody.
So you successfully reaped 5 from him, and then you get another 5 for initiative crashing him.
So I'd be at 20.
Yes.
Well, I assume they're either, like, wobbling where they stand or on the ground.
They look like they are pushed back and are having a hard time keeping their footing, but they're not giving up just yet.
Ellion's just gonna look at them. Now that they've assumed their martial arts form and there is a little glowing energy ball swirling around them. Last chance. Surrender the doll, because the next one's going for the throat.
I cannot give up this doll. My little boy has asked for it, and I will not give it up. And he is going in for a massive strike against you. He is basically, after being pushed back from the Essence Blast, and looking a little scorched and worse for the wear, he is coming in with a massive set of punches that are going to happen in rapid succession. And he's going to give it everything that his mortal body has.
Okay, I have to see what all being in my form gives me, because some stuff may just happen for him existing near me. So, just so you're aware, because I'm in my blazing lotus form and I have spiral essence wave up, the energies that are around me become tangible and dangerous to all within close range. This environmental hazard has a damage of int divided by 2 initiative per turn, so that would be 2 rounded down per turn, with a trauma of essence or 2, whichever is higher. That's just for having spiral essence wave up while I'm in my blazing lotus form, just so you know. And my damage is lethal now, and my orb gives me more damage when I attack, and I'm using int to attack now instead of strength. So I'm going to go ahead and reflexively activate After Image Doppelganger technique. It increases my dodge by 1. If they miss, they hit basically an after image, and I get to ignore the point of onslaught that would come for it. I think I'm just going to use that for now.
Okay, so you up your dodge, your evasion by 1, and is that all?
Yeah, that's all for now.
Okay, so he comes in for the hit. You dodge out of the way. I'm going to assume that you're about to finish this guy off.
Yeah, I am. There is so much I have to calculate for decisive now. But if I remember correctly, you don't add your accuracy in, correct?
You do not add your accuracy at all.
As promised, Ellion is just going to kind of swipe the hand to the side with one hand and go straight up into the person's throat and just punch him back.
Okay.
And if I can, simultaneously, as they're flying back, they want to go down and just grab the doll out of, like, if they have it tucked into a belt or something, and just kind of hold it afterwards.
I'll give you another 2 dice for that.
I think this is all I'm rolling to hit with decisive. I think it's just the 13. Because most of my stuff, I think, is just to damage for the additional stuff. Like I said, I need to roll a cheat sheet.
I mean, that does hit him.
Okay. What's the threshold for it?
The threshold doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because it's decisive.
Oh, yeah. Alright, then tell me everything I'm adding, because this is going to be a whole thing.
So you're rolling for damage, you're rolling your 20 initiative, plus anything else that your charms give you.
Okay. Real quick, is he considered a non-insignificant opponent?
Correct.
He is. Okay. Never mind then.
No, he is not insignificant. He has a name and everything. He actually has a character sheet.
Okay, so when I crashed him, I also had a second orb appear.
Cool.
There's conditions to having those appear. And I'm not even including in the environmental hazard damage. I'm just doing the normal stuff for it.
Okay, let's see how much. Wow. Holy shit. Okay.
Technically, my stuff is lethal now, but I'm not obviously trying to kill this dude just for stealing a doll. I just kind of want to make it so talking's not going to be fun for a couple of days, and they're just knocked the fuck out.
So you basically send him flying into the air. He gets some cool scars along the way, and you take the doll from him.
Yeah.
And he falls to the ground, and he's just like, but I needed that for my son. And from the upper vantage point, that Divine is at, he can see that through the gate that you went through, Little Mountain has begun running to follow behind you. With the little pitter patter of the little 5-year-old's feet, he sees you holding the doll, and he comes up and hugs your leg, as a 5-year-old is wont to do. Hi. Did you get my Cassieth doll back?
Yes, and now I'm thinking about things. Little Mountain, that's not your dad, is it?
He looks over to the tall man and goes and shakes him. Dad, what are you doing in town? You said you were in Great Forks with the rest of the family. The man, I'm going to say for, if it's cool with you, Christina, he's going to take some scars to get himself out of incapacitated.
I had a thematic thing I wanted to try. If you'd let me.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I'd rather have you try something to get him.
So Ellion's going to walk over, and since I believe I've described them as having like very wet-looking hair all the time, they're going to go and kind of wring out their braids, so drips of water are going to fall down and kind of, not the whole splashing water in your face to wake you up, but kind of similar effects to that. And they're just going to pat his cheek and be like, I believe your son is here. And I put the doll in the guy's hand and look at Little Mountain. He's not going to be feeling great for a little while, so it's your job to take care of him, okay?
Oh, okay. The man who you had just beat up wakes up at the drops of water on his face. He is going to, because technically, like, with that much damage, you kind of destroyed him. He's going to take some scars to negate health levels of damage. So now he's going to look like a cool scarred up guy. And he's going to rise up a little bit on his elbows and look up at you. You found my son.
I did. Someone had stolen the toy from the money that he had bought. And then somebody had stole it from them. And then you stole it from them. And I suppose I took it back from you to try to give to him. So, roundabout circle.
Yes, I am sorry. I was only just now stationed in town.
Well, I think spending some time with your child might be nice. And probably taking a little time to recuperate.
Yes, well, Jellen's not going to be very happy about this. I should probably ask, what is your name?
Renal Ellion.
Ellion. I am known as the Unbowed Ashen Mountain. My friends in my family, you could call me Uncle Mountain.
Ellion's going to stick a hand out to help him up.
He stands up. And at this point, Divine is able to come down from where that he's watching, and Lucille comes around a corner.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, we found a kid who lost a doll, and then we found the kid who took the doll, but that kid lost the doll. Then we ran into Dumb and Dumber, and then they lost the doll. And then the guy tried to steal the doll from us, and then the guy who tried to steal the doll from us wound up being the dad of the kid whose doll got stolen. And also part of the Baronato clan.
Right.
Oh, you all know about us then?
Yeah.
And are you part of the guild? What's the deal here? You all look a little too cool for that.
We're
Well, we are pretty cool. You're right about that.
yeah. We're You can say we're here for the same reason you are.
Oh, fantastic. Then I will be looking forward to doing much work with you all.
You got a base of operations where you're set up, Uncle Mountain?
Oh, not yet. We are working on finding a place to set up Jalin and the rest of the family. I was just in town because I heard rumor that you could get a Cassieth doll here.
Apparently, there's only one Cassieth doll in this entire city.
Well, of course, there's only one Cassieth doll in Chiaroscuro. The entire market of it is that you make all of the dragons very common to find, except the one for that direction. So, like, Sextus Gilus, very, very hard to find out in the scavenger lands. Like, next to impossible. Cassieth, Fire Dragon, very hard to find down in the, very, very hard to find down in South.
Then those, teenagers we were gambling with, they happen to lose their other dolls as well. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Oh, you mean the small ones that I steal from? No, not really. I was just looking for Cassieth for Little Mountain because Cassieth's his favorite.
Divine is going to turn to Ellion, then that might be something to look into because somebody stole the other remaining the rest of the set from the kids, and things had to get nasty because they didn't have any payment to gamble with.
And that's something I suppose we can look into at some point.
Another problem for another day. For now, I guess we should get to finding that retainer that we were supposed to be talking to.
Yes, well, you know what happens in Chiaroscuro. Stay in Chiaroscuro. Between Fairus and Riki, you guys got about 8,000 yen out of all those people at the concert.
Does that you mean like the equivalent of a yen, like real life yen?
That is the equivalent of about 60 silver dinars. Basically, it's the equivalent of someone being able to like feed and clothe themselves and house themselves in like the poor district for a year.
Okay. So what do I write down on my sheet for money? Because I'm assuming we're going to split it 50-50 until we recollect it.
You can write that down in like other notes or something else.
I'm going to write it down in inventory. So 80 dinars is the full, so 40 and 40, Britt? Is that all right?
No, it would be 8,000 yen. We're using yen for this.
Oh, okay. That's why I was confused.
That's a lot of yen.
It makes your numbers look bigger.
So I have the collective 8,000 yen written down in my inventory, Britt, but we both, I'm assuming, have split it.
Yes, but I'm also assuming, aren't we getting this money to bid on the
Correct, which is why I didn't split it up to 4,000 for confusion.
Okay, cool. Just verifying.
I have it kept track of, is basically what I'm telling you.
Good. One less thing for me to keep track of.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to do, interaction-wise with Uncle Mountain before we head on towards, let me look up that guy's title. I believe that at least Divine and Ellion were heading towards the Realtor of Spire's Most Divine before they got stopped with doll work.
Yeah, I'm down to continue on.
Yeah, I'm good to keep going. I don't think there's anything else.
Both mountains, big and little, give you both a fairly respectful bow and head off in the way towards the outer city. Basically, Big Mountain takes his son onto his shoulders and starts basically bounding through crowds. And you all now find yourself in the old city. For those native to Chiaroscuro, but also for those who are new to the area, the buildings here are much larger than the other ones. They're basically, some of them are like collapsed skyscrapers, going all the way up to 20 or even 30 stories. But there are 9 complete skyscrapers that head out to closer towards the harbor that go up about 100 to 200 stories. There's a few other, there's a surprising number of horses here. Well, for anyone who's new to town, there's a surprising number of horses. For Ellion and Riki, this is pretty normal.
So, Is this like the horse market or something? Or they having a horse show? Or what's going on here?
Have you heard of the Delzen Riders?
Yeah, in passing. They're like the people that run the joint, right?
They're kind of adjacent to us and work with the city, but don't rule the city.
So they're like another family.
That's one way to look at it, except they're not actually in our group.
I guess they're pretty well liked, since they let them have all the horses here. Are any of the horses like as big as Lucille, or are they all normal horses?
From time to time, there is a horse that could be compared in passing to Lucille, but nothing of the same grandeur, at least not here. But most of the horses are regular horse size.
Gotcha. Well, let's get on before somebody tries to jack Lucille, I guess.
They could try, I just don't think it would end well for them.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't place the proper emphasis on try. But yeah. I mean, if I was into that thing, I'd probably try to steal that horse.
And you'd probably die.
Probably. I'm pretty sure it punches harder than I do.
Quite possibly.
So, are you guys all going to be heading towards the tower that has the person you have to meet with, or do you guys want to take any detours on the way there? Basically, going around, you guys do see a bunch of people bustling and selling wares through markets that are outside of broken down glass towers. Many of there is notably not a distinct way to determine if a lot of the men and women here are, to you guys who are new here, their clothing is like interchangeable. Like you sometimes see like men wearing veils over their faces that are decorated very very neatly. Sometimes you see women doing that. Other times you'll see men who are more or less flaunting their body. Same with the women. And every now and again, you'll see someone who has a piece of gray cloth over them. But most of it looks like the culture that you're kind of seeing. It looks like that a lot of them have not a set in stone way of dress. As you guys are traveling through the market towards the tower you were instructed to go to speak with this person, something does catch all of your attention. There is a massive square mile in the middle of a bunch of ruined towers that is currently reflecting the midday sun on a massive golden field. There is just a straight up flat area in the dead ass middle of this city that is a golden field.
Hey, we should go sunbathe.
Brendan, what's reflecting through that?
The sunlight is reflecting on the gold in the middle of this field.
Do we know what that normally is?
For Ellion and Riki, who live here, yeah, you guys know exactly what it is. It's the field of gold. There is a straight up mile of gold on the ground.
I bet if we stole that, that would be enough to pay for that floor on the building.
You are welcome to try, but I do not advise it.
Riki, just tie one end of it up to Lucille and then have her run away.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief.
You all have no sense of adventure. And then Divine's going to keep walking.
So, there is a choice before you all. The tower that you guys have to get to is on the opposite side of the field of gold. No one's on the gold area right now. Do you want to just cross there? It is quicker to go that way. Or would you guys rather go through the city?
Doesn't it get really hot?
Yeah, it does. Like any metal in the middle of the day with the sun shining down on it.
I mean, I'll be alright. Now, a couple of y'all can ride on Lucille too. She'll also be alright. That might be quicker.
It might be quicker, yeah.
Ellion and Fairus, how about y'all hop on Lucille here? I'll be alright to walk, and Divine's some master thief or whatever, so he'll be alright, right?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucille's a nice lady. She won't bother you none. She just looks spooky.
You said we'll be fine on her?
I mean, it's just the day sun for you. You know, she'll be doing the walking.
But the sunlight's reflecting off of the gold.
I mean, the main heat of it's probably just the gold itself.
We can definitely try and see. Maybe it'll work. But if it gets too hot, we might need to look into something else.
Yeah, if it gets too hot, just give her a tug. You can turn her around. She'll drive it back off. She's pretty quick too. So, like, hold on, but she'll get you through pretty quick.
So, just to point this out, no one else is on that path. Do you think there could be a reason for it?
Oh, I know there's a reason for it, but we're not like everybody else, are we?
Bingo. We're less boring.
Yeah, think of the street cred. It'll be alright. I've done it before, probably.
Question, how loud are you guys having this conversation? Like, just at regular talking volume?
Oh, Ricky says everything at marginally louder than regular talking volume.
In that case, you guys are starting to gather a little bit of a crowd of those merchants who are basically have stopped business and are starting to basically take bets at the people that are gathered around here.
Oh, yeah?
Most of it is how many seconds that you all can survive.
Oh, interesting. Don't know who they're fucking... Anyways. Yeah, we'll be fine.
I want to do I guess it would be perception and awareness to kind of figure out who's taking who's got the highest odds against us. And then from what I can figure out from that, put all the money on us successfully getting across.
Yes, it is golden glass. Fairus and Ellion are getting on to Lucille. Riki is going to just walk and or run, I guess. And how is Divine going to get over?
All right. So is it just straight glass?
It is a golden glass from the first stage. So it does have some extra properties to it.
Oh, I'm saying, like, is there nothing, like, absolutely nothing on the road? It's just road?
It's just road.
So my quick insert here is Ellion's going to take the other option of going around and not through the field. So if Divine wants to hop on Lucille as well, he can.
Yes.
Nah.
Give me all the glory, Cody. Do it.
Think of the street cred. Second question, how many range bands across is it to get to the other side?
It is easily at extreme range. So I believe that is 5 range bands.
One of my air anima effects is for 5 motes. I can use my reflexive move action to leap an entire range band vertically or horizontally without needing to roll, and suffers no falling damage for the rest of the round. At Bonfire, the power is free. So basically, I would want to play the floor is lava with it. But before doing that, I'd like to use my elemental concentration trance. I'm not sure what element deciding. It's probably fire. To establish lore with you for how long you have to be standing on that golden glass surface before you start actually being set on fire by it.
So what is your take on how long that it's going to take before you start being dealt damage? In this case, since you are traversing a full square mile, those range bands are more like... Range bands are very... they're very useful for combat, but for actual movement, it's a little bit harder to like actually parse that out. I would say that it would probably take you the equivalent of like 10 rounds to get over there if you're using that ability.
Gotcha. My thought would be with Divine using his like general air aspect thing to blow a cool breeze on the ground as he's bouncing over it would probably say take damage every 2 rounds.
So let's assume that rounds are about, in this case, are about 10 seconds. So it would be 6 rounds is about a minute. which, you're basically leaping off with the power of your anima. So yeah, I can say that you guys could probably get there with the horse and everything in over the course of about a minute and a half. So Cody, you think that this thing would hurt you about every 20 seconds?
Judging from the stories I've heard of it, I'd say between 20 and 30, yeah. Like, that's long enough to get a good sizzle on my bare feet.
I will let you know that it actually systematically takes about a minute before that you start taking any damage. So you do not have to establish a fact to hurt yourself harder.
Oh, man. It takes a minute? Then yeah, we totally got this.
You want to race?
I'll take that bet.
Oh, yeah? How much you willing to bet there, buddy?
Now, see, here's what we do. We gotta start out like we're losing, right?
What the fuck?
Like, just, we don't know what we're doing, right?
Oh, I see. I get what you're getting at. We gotta get it with the long con. Yeah.
Yeah. So, bet that guy over there. And can I do the roll to see who's betting against us the hardest?
Who's a chump?
See who doesn't believe in you guys the most. Yeah, sure thing. Real quick question. I know that Cody has it. Do the other three of you guys have any ranks in breeding?
In what now?
No, I don't.
There is a merit for dragon-blooded called breeding, which basically says how powerful that your bloodline is. It's a social merit, basically.
Absolutely not. I am the opposite of having any social clout.
Okay, so Cody, that would be a perception and awareness roll, I guess, to figure that out. Unless, of course, you want to try something else that you think might also be appropriate with perception.
No, I think awareness is, especially considering that Divine's awareness specialization is based on hearing things. I think if he's listening for somebody to say something, awareness is what the character would use.
Oh, hell yeah, then. Since you have a specialty with hearing, that would give you an extra die on that.
Well, it's with room entry, but the room entry is based around hearing people outside of the room I'm in. But it's not specifically a specialty in hearing.
Oh, well, never mind then.
But well, I'm just saying, flavor-wise, it would make sense that I would go with awareness. The only other one I might choose is investigation, but they're literally the same dice. So,
Hey, Brendan.
Hey, what?
So while they're trying to decide and figure shit out, and figure out how best to get across this and make bets and do all the weird that they're doing, Ellion's already, started walking around this thing.
Okay, once that we conclude this little scene here, I will get something for you, Christina. But right now, since you're walking around, you're basically kind of watching your crew essentially look at taking bets and getting ready to have a good old run across the field of gold.
Yeah, essentially it's like, okay, they're just going to sit and talk about this for a while they plan. I'm just going to start going.
Cody, you find people who are, they're betting on, no one is really betting on you not being able to survive it. Because of your background with breeding, I believe you have a rank 2 in it. People notice immediately that you're a dragon-blooded, so they kind of expect this kind of crazy shit from you.
So they kind of just think that I'm like some street punk?
Yes, they do kind of have they think that Riki is just a street punk who has a big horse. They do, so basically people are taking bets that Divine won't make it across, but the odds aren't great. It's like a 5-1 payout.
How is the payout for me not making it across?
For you not making it across, it's closer to a 10-1 payout. There is one more. The last one that they're taking bets on, which is another 5-1, because given Fairus's description, it is very obvious that she has, if she's not a dragon-blooded, she has some kind of mutation about her because of the bark and everything on her, since she's a wood aspect. So people are kind of putting her in the same boat as Divine, but they're not betting on whether or not that she makes it across. They're betting on whether or not that she can hold on to the horse the whole time.
Brendan?
Yep.
I don't have points in ride, but I have specialization handling animals.
That's fantastic. Is that for your survival skill?
Yep.
Okay. It sounds like you'll put on a good show then.
Brendan, while Cody's trying to drum up support for the bet, can I attempt to act like some naive, doofy kid who just wants to try his best and have a good show? I want to make them think that I'm some doofus who has no idea what he's doing. But yeah, Brendan, can I make a roll to con guys harder?
Yeah, sure thing.
What would you like me to roll?
That is going to be a manipulation and performance roll.
I'm going to spend some XP on my manipulation. But I was thinking about doing that, but then I remembered that my manipulation is so shitty, so I can pick more fights by being bad at lying.
Or, I'm sorry, manipulation and presence. Performance would be if you're... Oh, wait, no, you're putting on a show, right?
I'm not really putting on a show, but I am certainly, trying to exert my personality in the situation, so probably more presence. Yeah, I'm going to kind of just have a certain spring to my step, I'm spring chicken who's just new to town and thinks this field looks neato, and I think, yeah, sure, man, I'll we can have a race. I'll try my best. We'll have a great time. Just really play it up.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you an extra 2 dice for that.
Only 2.
They're kind of looking at you, and they kind of go. They're kind of not feeling it, and they kind of looking over to Lucille and go, "Hey man, isn't that your horse?"
Yeah,
that horse keeps blocking traffic out in the outer city. We know that you know what this place is.
Oh, so you think I'm a liar then? Is that what you think?
Yeah, man. No one comes to Chiaroscuro who stays for this long and doesn't know what about the Field of Gold.
I'm gonna shove the guy a little bit for calling me a liar. Who the fuck you think you're talking to?
Which way do you shove him?
Not into the Field of Gold, but very adjacent to it, so that he falls and stumbles right next to it. I'm certainly trying to intimidate him a little bit.
Trying to think. So you're just pushing him, I guess.
Strength and presence.
Yeah, sure. Strength and presence. That sounds like fun.
Okay.
I'll get for the description. I'll give you an extra 2 dice.
How about this? I have a better idea. Can I use Burning Dragon me into... What's that thing where you use 2 actions at once?
Flurry?
Flurry, a martial arts to shove him, and a charisma and presence roll, and not suffer the penalty for doing so. So that I'd be rolling, strength and martial arts, and also charisma and presence to, flurry them together. Burning Dragon Main lets me do that without the penalty.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I'll do the strength and martial arts roll first, and then the charisma presence roll. And +2 to both, or...
Yeah, both of them sound good. All right, so you managed to push this guy in such a way that they basically fall right next to the Field of Gold, and they're just whoa.
Now,
okay.
What's wrong, buddy? You think this shit's so easy? How about you fucking do it, huh?
No, you think you can make it?
Do you think I can't make it?
No, I don't think you can. You're just,
How about you want to bet on that, huh?
I'm gonna step between Riki and the guy, and this is where we start doubling down.
Okay.
With my friend to all nations attitude, I've spent an hour in Chiaroscuro, which means I gain a temporary specialty in socializing with the culture we're in.
The common folk.
And then I'm going to use brother against brother insinuation to make an instill roll to instill a negative tie towards Riki with these people, giving a rousing speech of this poor excuse of a commoner thinks he can best me in a race up this road. I'll teach him what true, proper bloodlines look like.
Oh, yeah?
I'll take any bets that I'm going to win this race. How much are you willing to bet on it, peasant? And then use the brother against brother insinuation to make people dislike him and bet against him.
Okay. So with more people betting against him, I assume you have to roll for that.
Yeah, it's a infill roll.
Let's have you roll for that first. Their general resolve as a group is a 2, so the more you get, the better it's going to be.
Yeah.
This is going to be a charisma and socialize roll.
All right. And I get the +1 for the specialty with it, so that would be rolling 8 dice.
Okay, and I'm going to say that since you gave the little speech and everything, that is, I'll give you an extra 2 dice. And then are there any charms you want to use to pump it up?
Quick question. Since I'm driving the crowd against Riki, and we're planning on me throwing this race, can I use manipulation instead of charisma?
Yeah, sure, since you're actually manipulating people.
Dope.
Brendan, I have a side question. Related, but kind of separate. Are these like my people pretty much, or are these like the Dozen Riders, or like a separate cast than I am?
These are a different group of people than who that you are.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna also spend 4 motes on Loquacious Courtier technique to add 2 auto successes to it. So it's 2 auto successes and 11 dice.
Well, hot damn.
And it doubles 9s. Alright, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9 successes. Plus the 2, so that's then 11 successes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, it's time for Brendan to explain to all of you guys that he doesn't understand how the betting odds actually work. I assume that if I say 10-1, that means if you guys were to bet 8,000, you would get 10 times that back.
If you were to bet 8,000 on Riki, you would get 10 times that much back. If you were to bet 8,000, oh man.
Okay, I just looked it up. So like if you were to bet like $20 on a 5-1 bet, you would actually get 120 back because you also got your original bet back.
Yeah.
So if you were to bet on a 10-1 odds with all 8,000 yen, you would get 88,000 yen back. Okay, so you're whipping this crowd up to basically bet on you winning versus Riki.
Yeah.
And with 11 successes. Okay. Since they know that you're dragon-blooded and they don't know what that he is, they actually believe in you pretty hard. They're going to give you 30-1 odds.
Hilarious.
And the follow-up question to that, can I do a stealth and dexterity roll to reverse pickpocket my walking around money into Riki's pocket so that he can use my money to bet on himself?
How much is your walking around money?
I don't know, man. I got resources 3. It's an amount.
I'm assuming that Fairus has her half of the money from earlier, so I'm assuming I have 4,000 yen.
That sounds about right. And Cody, if you give me just 1 second, I can tell you what your walking around money is roughly. Cody, your walking around money is that you use on a day-to-day basis is roughly 10,000 yen.
Yeah, so I'm gonna slip the drug dealer wad of cash into Riki's pocket.
I'm sure I'm familiar with this
pocket and pat him on the ass. Good luck, bud.
I'm gonna kick him in the leg to show that we're at odds. Give him a wicked Charlie horse or some shit.
Well, then I'm not going to ask Tyler to roll to give Cody a wicked Charlie horse. I am going to ask Cody to make me a stealth and larceny roll.
Hey.
What is it?
Stealth and dexterity.
Yeah, stealth and dexterity. That's the one.
4 successes.
Oh yeah, you can slip that into him very easily.
All right, so I think that's enough of a setup. I'm going to do some limbering up stretches and then get in my most professional cross-country running starting pose.
I'm just going to be
sure to have my money when we're ready.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you make it to the other side, asshole.
Thank you all for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not give us a follow on Twitter for more updates as to when we'll be releasing episodes. You can also give us a like or review on your podcast app of choice. Just a few quick button clicks and you can help us defeat the dreaded algorithm boss. The theme song for this game was Main Theme by Alexander Nakarada, copyright 2019, used under a Creative Commons license. And hey, for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice.
I'm not your buddy, pal.
Why did I know that's where that was going to go?
Because it always has to go that way.
He's got a name, and it's a good one that I'll tell you as soon as I finish chewing.
I literally said I had multiple questions. I haven't eaten any of my wings since we started, so this wouldn't happen to me.
Okay, I'll stop eating wings for a moment.
I didn't have enough points to pick up lore. I'm picking up a dot in lore in a moment. Just haven't spent my points yet.
I believe. Let me just double check that. But it is the name of an immaculate dragon.
It's one of them. I can't remember. That's why I recognize Gilus.
No, I did not want Sister Bliss Google. I know what I'm looking for.
It's wood. There's only one S in it, though.
Ah, shoot. Fact-checking will destroy us every single time.
Control F is a hell of a thing, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. So they're like almost Brit height.
Yes. No, they'd still need another foot lost on them to be Brit height.
Womp womp.
I swear the the out of character canon as that we post these episodes is going to just show that Brit is shrinking down to atomic size.
Eventually, the out of character canon, I will be the size of a pea.
Why are you glad you're not my kid, Brit?
That is some terrifying mom voice you're using there.
Because I can roughly tell you the amount of money that you guys need for your goal. Because I looked into how much that everything goes for with in the game for how much you would need to buy a floor of one of the things. Because it is conveniently listed in one of the second edition core rulebooks.
Nice.
This exact situation that we are in is listed. Which I can tell you right now is about 100 talents of silver, which is a lot. That'll be my homework for the week is figuring out the actual cash money system, since cash money is actually an important part of this game.
It's because he's small.
It is because he's so small.
I just realized he gets doubles on, or rolls 10s agains and double 8s when he's performing with me. Dude, he is OP.
You asked for a rank 3 familiar.
And he's perfect. And his giant ass horse.
And Lucille, the giant horse.
Yes.
The animals have been expelled from my room.
They don't seem to like it. What is your... Oh shit, I'm sorry. I should have given you a chance to declare what dodges and stuff you were going to do.
It's fine. I'm reading through. I need to go and do Cliff Notes versions for each of these because there's a lot of stuff for it, each one of these. I do have one that's an instant, and it can be activated in response to an attack. But
okay.
I don't think that's going to help in this case because it just increases my dodge by 1.
God, I should have given you the opportunity to stunt that. Because, with that charm and this, it is actually a possibility that you could actually dodge. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's fine. I'm going to let it roll as it is, so.
Okay. We'll just remember that going forward. They're going up by 3 because they get 1 for hitting you, and then 2 and then they reap 2 from you. But you only go down by 2.
I'm still relearning everything.
And with that, we're going to stop for the night because I realize that we've gone half an hour over.
Combat took a little while because I can't remember how to do stuff.
It's fine. Combat takes a little while until you get used to it, and we just have to kind of either get used to it or remove it from the game. All right, so everyone, welcome to this is, I guess, session 4 for Like a Dragon Blooded. I hope that everyone's been enjoying your time being criminals so far. We're going to be calling this session Brendan Did Math. I know that last game, and also in Christina's notes, it is literally saying Brendan do homework. So I did homework, and between between Christina and
Did you just say I've done it before? Probably.
Totally.
You did.
Perfect.
so I had to go and look up some stuff in the second edition core rulebook. Lucky me.
Should I have picked that up with who my character is?
If you want to pick that up, we after game we can go over some stuff and change that around. But if not, don't worry about it. For Cody's character, it makes a little bit more sense because he is technically his character is supposed to be look shy nobility or nobility. Wow, I don't know why I just completely fucked that entire word up.
Nah, we get it. Words in Exalted are hard.
I'm going to use nobility for the rest of my life as this character.
100%. That's the canon I'm establishing with Lord Brendan.
You guys didn't hear it, but he gave a big sigh over here.
The biggest of size. You're a fucking asshole, Cody.
Michaela made that meme and sent it to me while she's listening in.
Oh, okay.
And it was too good not to share with the class.
Color is beautiful, and I love it.
Patents of nobility.
That's fantastic.
Oh man, that's premium. We're turning Brendan into like a fucking stockbroker over here, guys.
Chiaroscuro to the moon.
We are trading him?
Well, to be fair, everyone but you.
Dude, I'm about to take your horse and ride off into the sunset and meet up with Ellion.
You both were on the horse, weren't you?
Did you literally miss the whole part where I was like, while you guys are sitting and planning and taking all this time...
I didn't miss it. I thought you took the horse.
No.
No, Ellion is walking around.
Oh, well, okay. The plan was for you to both take the horse, but okay.
Yeah, no, you guys are taking so long to plan it out.
You could have left with the horse at any time, though.
That she also decided she was going to go around in the first place.
Yeah.
When Cody was
Okay.
trying to decide how he was going to get across.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't know that.